I want to welcome up the incredible President and CEO of Sister Cities International, Ricki Garrett.
Good evening, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be here, especially, as Sasha said, after the terrible tragedy at our DC airport last night, and certainly we offer our thoughts and prayers to the family members of all those who lost their lives last night. I want to thank Sasha for the very kind invitation to come and speak to you all tonight. I want to thank my good friend, Gail Stallings, who has been such a great friend and an incredible state representative for Colorado. And my new friend, Margaret Griffiths, who showed me such hospitality today when I arrived here in Denver. Most of you know that Sister Cities International was founded by President Dwight D. Eisenhower in 1956 to build peace through people-to-people relationships. Because he was a wartime general, he understood perfectly the devastation caused by war. And so it was his dream to build a lasting peace in the world through people-to-people diplomacy. And for almost 70 years, Sister Cities International has been building those partnerships around the world. And there are now thousands of those partnerships. So we are literally carrying out President Eisenhower's mission every day. One of my great passions in my career has been to take a good organization and turn it into a great organization. And that is what we're trying to do with Sister Cities International. We are growing Sister Cities International in a number of ways. We are enhancing its branding and marketing because I want the SCI brand to be as well known as the Coca-Cola brand or the Southwest Airlines brand. And we are in the spring going to launch our new website for Sister Cities International and a brand new customer relations management system that I think will transform Sister Cities International. We're also growing the membership of Sister Cities. A year and a half ago, I hired Ashley Manuel to be our membership manager for Sister Cities. And she has helped us grow the membership of Sister Cities by 34% in the last year and a half. And I want to double that. And we've done that in a variety of ways. We've done it by providing greater benefits for our members. We've done it by enhancing our communication with our members. And you know, that involves everything from answering the telephone every time it rings, to responding to emails, to hosting boots-on-the-ground calls for cities that are desperate to start a new Sister City partnership or who want to revitalize an existing partnership. It also means utilizing our great toolkits, which our state representatives spent years creating. We're also making sure that the prestige of Sister Cities International is enhanced through greater partnerships in the DC area. And that means revitalizing relationships not only with our partners in DC who also do diplomacy in the nation's capital, but our embassies and even our State Department. When I got to DC, I was amazed at how frayed those relationships were. And so we have been working diligently to meet with our partners like Global Ties and Partners of the Americas and Friendship Force to make sure that we're maintaining great relationships with them. We're building up our relationships with the embassies in Washington, D.C., which is evidenced by the fact that our inaugural event about 3 weeks ago was hosted by the Embassy of Germany. We are enhancing our relationship with the Department of State, and that is evident because last summer, Sister Cities International was awarded a $2.4 million grant to recruit, train, and manage 88 youth ambassadors at the U.S. Pavilion at the World Expo in Osaka, Japan. We have literally spent months recruiting the very best 88 young people in the country to represent Sister Cities International and the United States at this pavilion. They are from 47 states. 2/3 of them speak Japanese or another language. And we have spent the last few weeks doing online training with them. And in March, we will be meeting them in Fort Worth, Texas to do an in-person training with them and then traveling to Japan with them. I think that grant alone will help put Sister Cities on the map when it comes to international relations. And finally, we're doing some wonderful programming. Some of you know about our 7 for 70 initiative, which was and is a collaboration of the White House, the National Security Council, and the State Department with Sister Cities International to build 7 Sister City partnerships in the Pacific Islands by the 70th anniversary of Sister Cities International. We were able to launch that program at FESPAC in Honolulu, Hawaii, in front of thousands of people and did our first signing there. And we already have Charleston, South Carolina, Long Beach, California, Honolulu, Hawaii, and Poplar, Wisconsin signed up as part of that program. Our other really exciting program is our 505 initiative, which was begun after our Cape Town, South Africa conference in 2023. The 505 initiative hopefully will build 500 new Sister City partnerships within the next 5 years. And the reason this is so important is because Africa is the largest continent, It has the second largest population in the world of 1.4 billion people, and its population's average age is 19.7 years. So it opens up a whole world of opportunity and possibilities for building long-standing relationships in Africa. Thank you. And I'll just end my remarks by sharing with you all how important you are. We have a wonderful headquarters in Washington, D.C. We have a fabulous, young, energetic, passionate, committed group of young people on the staff of Sister Cities International. And we do great programming from our headquarters, such as our Young Authors and Artists event and our Youth Leadership Summit that we hold every summer in Washington, D.C. But it is you, the local volunteers in your communities and in your state, that are the heart and soul of Sister Cities International. There would not be Sister Cities International if it weren't for you and the work you do every day building these partnerships around the world. You know, as your former mayor said, we live in a very divided period of time in our country, and there is such division among our own people. And it's going to take an organization like Sister Cities International to find some common ground. In fact, Sister Cities International is probably the only organization in the world that could do that could find common ground. One of my favorite politicians was Madeleine Albright. And Madeleine Albright always used to say that if you sit across the table from someone, whether it's to offer a hand of friendship or whether it was to get across a message of displeasure, you have to remember that that person sitting across the table from you is a human being, and you can always find common ground. So hopefully, in this coming year, Sister Cities International, whether it's on the local level, the state level, the national level, or the international level, will help everyone to find common ground, build relationships, and help us build partnerships around the world. Thank you for everything that you do.